So, Favor, can you tell me what did you learn on our last class? No Favor.
Yes, sir.
So, can you tell me what you learned so that we can continue?
Okay, sir. So in our last class, we looked at you highlighted on variables, which we did, and we talked about variables being like a storage for like your data or where you store values in Python. Then we look
Okay.
at the rules for naming variables as class.
Okay. Okay, we look at rules for naming variables. So today we are going to talk about variables. Now, I before we ended the class, I explained that variable is a memory location or is
Yes,
a
sir.
reserved location to store values. To store values.
Yes, sir.
So a variable is created the moment you first assign a value to it. So before we get started, I want you to know that whenever you are working with Python, it will okay, it will allow you to choose any name you decide to name your variable. And also, when you are working with Python, there is a possibility that every line of code you must create a variable. So variable is like an address to a particular data you created. So naming your variable, we have to consider the name we are going to give our variable. And also when we are considering the name, we should look at the name that suits or you can easily access. There's different way we can name our variable. There's different way of naming a variable. Okay, now we are into variable naming. Variable naming now. So before we start assigning variable, we have to look on how we can name a variable. So let me go to the next text. I'm going to add the text. Now we are going to look on variable naming. Now, now variable naming is more important when considering creating a variable. Now, before we name a variable, we have different ways to name a variable. This is where the cases comes about. In naming naming variable, we have different case of naming a variable. We are going to look on camel case, Pascal case, and snake case. So these cases is the pattern to which you create a variable. Is the pattern to which you create variable. So let's see. Uh, Let me go through Google and also show you what I mean by cases or uh, naming a variable. So before I do that, uh, have you heard about Pascal or Carmen cases?
No, sir.
Okay,
No, sir.
no problem. Now And when we are naming a variable, we can also call it as a naming convention, variable naming convention. So we are going to also see the different type of cases. Okay, we are going to look on the different type of cases. So I will share the screen now for us to see. Now I would like you to read for us, starting from here, starting from here down. Okay.
Okay, sir. Should I start?
Yes.
In programming, naming case conventions dictate how words are capitalized and combined to form identifiers like variable and function names. Common conventions include camel case, Pascal case, snake case, and kebab case. Each has its own rules for capitalization and separators, affecting readability and consistency within code. Is that
Okay.
good?
Yeah, before we continue, so what do you understand by this word?
So what it means that each of the different cases have their own rules. Basically, how you separate the codes, the line of codes, and how you capitalize their words,
Okay, good.
like
So continue.
uppercase.
Okay, you
Okay,
can
so
continue.
common naming case conventions. We have the camel case. In this case, the first letter of each word, except the first, is capitalized. For example, my variable name. So then Pascal case, the first letter of each word is capitalized. Then snake case, words are separated by underscores and all letters are typically lowercase. For the kebab case, words are separated by hyphens and all letters are typically lowercase.
Okay, good. So I believe you have explained it, and these are some examples.
Yeah, I
Okay,
understand.
these are examples, and it
Yes, sir.
defines every convention. With the common case, you have the small letter at the beginning, then the capital letter and the small letter. These are how you can create common case convention and a Pascal case, and also this is a way of writing a variable name. Please take note, always take note when you are coding or writing a program, always take note of this type of naming convention. Okay, so let's move on to our Python, our Google Colab. So let's move on. So we're going to move on now. Now, first of all, let's look at on how we can create a variable. At the beginning, we already created variables, so it is not new to us. So for us to create a variable, we can just give it a name. Let's say favor, then assign it to a variable. Let's say uh, favor is a boy. So we have already created a variable like this, and favor is the variable. So this equal to is being assigned this word uh, to what, to favor. Okay, now I want to also share some examples for you. Now Have you ever think of what you can use to also relate with variable? People.
Like what I can use to relate to a variable. I don't get.
Yes, like your real life in your real life situation. What can you use to relate to a variable?
Like your nickname. Uh,
Okay, okay, okay. Now, have you ever think of like having tin tomatoes to relate it with your variable?
the tomatoes and the thing itself, probably.
Yes. When you
Yes.
you see the word tin.
Yes.
Now, when we want to purchase tomatoes,
Yeah.
we can say, please give me tin tomatoes, and automatically the person who is selling knows that you want to buy tomato, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes, sir.
And when we talk about that tin tomatoes, the tin cover the tomatoes. So um, when we want to actually call the thing the tin, we always attach tomatoes to it because there are so many tin. But normally the can that cover it is a tin, right?
Yes.
So, and once tomatoes is inside, when we call out tin, automatically we have already called out the tomatoes. So everything in that tin is being called. Okay, for example, let's talk about picnic. The
Okay.
same thing, picnic also have a tin, right?
Yes.
So the milk inside refer to the like the item or you let's say the item inside the tin. Okay,
Okay.
just as I've explained. So let's come to our own room, like parlor. Okay, we have fridge in our parlor or in our sitting room. So fridge, there's a uh, there's a fruit inside the fridge, like mango or oranges inside the fridge. But when we call out the fridge, automatically the fridge holds have already stored what the mango, the oranges, right? So what once
Yes,
you
sir.
called out the fridge, automatically the mango will comes along, the oranges will come along, still the same way. So it just still the same way with our Python code. The way I explain it now. So this
Okay,
is
sir.
an example of a variable. So
And
I
okay.
hope you understand it.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, I do.
okay, no problem. So we are going to look on how we can assign. We have already assigned a variable. We have already assigned a variable to this. Now we want to look out on different assignments. So we have the integer. Now
Okay.
we have the integer. Let's say variable assignment. Now variable assignments. Let's move on to variable assignment. Okay, variable assignment. Now under variable assignments, we have what? We have one. We have one integer. We have two. We have what? The string, or we have, yes, the string. We have the string. We have the floats. We have string, and three. We have the floats, and so many more. and so many. Okay, sorry, so many. Now this name favor is a boy is a string because it is being covered with quotes. So it's a string. Automatically, the Python recognize it as what? A string. Now, so let's look at integer. This item assigned to 10 is called an integer. Now, when we talk about float, so what do you understand by float? Floating point numbers.
Float.
Yes.
They have decimal.
Okay. Now, example of float, example of float. Let's say, let's declare a variable called float. Let's say float. Okay, float is equal to 2.3673. Now, this is a float. This is what? A float because of its decimal point. Now, we want to talk about assignment. We want to talk about what? Assignment. Okay, assignment. When we want to assign, we assign. This is a single assignment. Now let's talk about multiple assignment. Multiple what? Assignment. Let's look at multiple assignment. So multiple assignments is just like a way of making your work more easier for you when working with large data. So let's see multiple assignments. So now under multiple assignments, for example, let's assign. Okay, we let's use this now. Let me work with this. Okay, this now. Let's say integer. We want to assign a variable. So I want you to pay attention to what I'm doing. We have the int var, comma. So we are assigning a multiple value or value. Let's say value. Okay, floats. Now string. So we are assigning these three together. Okay. Now we want to assign now. The first should be our integer. Let's give our integer to 7, 8, comma. Now our floating point should be 2.45, comma. Then our our string should be our string should be this. Okay. Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. So our string will be let's give it a name. Suggest a string for me.
Nigeria.
Okay. Okay, let's add Nigeria. Nigeria, good. Now I want to I want to run it. Now we have already assigned multiple assignments to this. Okay, we have already assigned multiple assignments to it. So a minute, please. So we have already assigned a multiple assignment like this, and okay, we want to run them. We want to see the output. We want to see the output, and now for us to get the output, let's print just one. Let's print one first. Let's see. Print. Now, I believe you have seen the results.
Yes, sir, I can see it. 78.
Now, yeah, he already give us the first integer. Now, when I print out float, you see the next. It will give us 2.45, and when we print out string, this is a way of assigning multiple assignments. Okay, let's say st. Now Nigeria. So this is a way of assigning a multiple assignment to a variable. And also let's see this again. Let's see other way we can assign multiple assignment. Okay. Now, for example, let's declare the variable p1. P1 is equal to p2 is equal to p3 is equal to p4. Now, let's assign it to a value called 67. Now, we can access the 67 with any of the variable. With what? Any of the variable. Now, let's check out on P1. Let's print out P1. P1. Now, P1 is what? 67. When I include P2, 67, still the same way we can assign multiple variable to value one value. Okay, I believe you understand what I did.
Yes, sir, I do.
So favor Daniel, you are welcome. You're welcome. So Daniel, please, whenever a link is being dropped on the group chat, always respond to the group chat. Always respond by joining the class, okay? I say you came late to this class. Hello, Daniel. Is Daniel in
Hello, sir.
class? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So good evening. You're welcome.
Yes.
Please flow with us.
All right, sir.
So this is how we assign multiple assignments, and now let's watch. Let's see how we can. Let's talk about data type. Favor, can you tell me what do you understand by data type? I
Data
remember we.
type.
Yes.
Data type is talking about the like the different type of data that
Okay.
have, like for example now, your variables can fall under like your data types.
Okay, I believe we talk about data type in Excel. So you,
Like your integer, yes, like your integers, your floats, and your, your character.
yeah, good, good.
I
So
that's what you talked about.
yes. Now data type, we have the numerical data type. We have what numerical data type, Boolean data type, string data type, and different type of data type. Okay, so in Excel, it might be different for what I explained to you, but let's work together. Okay, let's work and see uh, the different data type. So just as I explained, we have the what numerical data type, and under the numerical data type, this is the integer is under the numerical data type. Now we have the floating under the numerical data type, the floating under the numerical data type, and the complex. Now let's see the complex. We have already talked about floating, and let's talk about complex. Now um, I'm coming. We are under what data type? Please take note. We are under data type. Now, for us to know what data type we are working with, what data type we are working it with. So in Python, to know the type of what we are working with, we are going to do it like this. Okay, let me come here, code. Now let's print out floats. Floats, and let's see our results. Now 2.7. Now let's see the type. Now for us to check for the type, we are going to say print what? Print, then type. Now we are going to include the variable name we want to see the type. Now let's run it. Did you see it gave us the class is what? Float. The class is what? Float.
Yes,
Now
I can
let's copy
see it.
this. Now let's see this. Let me come to this integer. Let's say int integer. Now, okay, let's see the type of this integer we just defined. Let's come to this place and type, and let's see it. Let's see the results. Integer, integer. So you can do it still the same way using the string. It will still tell you the type string, and let's check out for float. It will still tell you it's a float. So this is how you can check for floats. And now let's talk about complex data type. Now let's declare a variable. Let's declare a variable. Let's call the variable uh, var. Let's say var what var3. Now this var3, let us assign it to what 25, 35, and let's add it to 10, and let's add it to a letter or any character. It will tell you it will tell you that it's a complex because you have already attached it with a string. It is complex. It cannot give you the actual data type. So let's see this. Let's see this. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. So now we have added J to it. J. Let's see this. Now when we add J to it, it will run. Let's see the type of battery. Let's print out print. Okay. Okay, now let's print out battery. Let's see if it will run. Now this is it. It grouped it. Instead of it to calculate it, it cannot calculate it and it group it using a bracket. To tell you this is complex and it's difficult for the Python program to calculate. So let's see the type of what we have just did. Now let's look at the type and let's check battery. Now let's run. Did you see complex? It is complex, complex, and it is complex because it cannot calculate it or make use of it. So now we have already looked at the what the numerical data type. Now let's talk about Boolean data type. When we talk about Boolean, what do you understand by Boolean? Can anyone tell me what do you understand by Boolean? Just try, just try. Try to give me anything. Just throw more light on anything you understand by the word Boolean. Boolean is in mathematics, so I think you can give through
Okay,
more
sir.
light. Okay.
Can I talk?
Yes, you can talk.
Hello,
Yes, you can. You can.
hello.
Yes, you can.
Can you hear me? Okay,
Yes.
okay. So, Boolean Boolean data type is a type of data type that deals with true or false.
Yeah, true or false. You are correct.
Yeah.
So it's
Because
Boolean data type can have only two possible value, true or false. True or false. So now let's see an example of what we talked about Boolean data type. Now let's say we declared a variable called bool1, and declare it to be true. We declare it to be what? True. And we have bool2, bool2, and we can declare it to be false. Now these are two separate values which make up the Boolean data type. Now let's check out let's see the type of this bool1. The type prints, let's say print what? Let's say print type bool1. Now we are going to run it. Now this is our bool1. This is what our bool1, and it gave us bool. To tell you that it's a class of what? Boolean. So bool is a short form of Boolean in Python. Okay. It's a short form of Boolean in Python. So Boolean true or false can also true. Okay, false can also be zero and one can also be true. Okay, one in Boolean can be true, and in Boolean zero can be false. Okay, okay, I hope you understand. So
Yes,
let's
sir.
move on. Let's move on. Now we are going to string creation. Creation of string. Okay, we are going to talk about the creation of string. Now we have been creating string at the very beginning. Now let's see some of the way we create string. And okay, we have already created string before. String. Now, okay, okay, to create a string is not difficult. Okay, we have already created it. So let's look on how we can index a string. How we can what index a string. We can index a string. So let's see if I can give you a simple example of a string. Okay, just as this we created at the very beginning of this class. Okay, now good. Now let's I just copied it, and we are going to name it as string creation. So look at this string creation, and we are going to create a simple string now. This is it. Um, we assign it to a string called favor is a boy. We can use a single quote. We can use double quotes. We can also use triple quotes. We can also use what? Triple quotes. Now we can also use triple what? Quotes. So this is a simple way of creating a string. Now we have already created a string, and this is a string. So using a simple triple quote, we created a string. So now let's move on to let's talk about indexing. So indexing in Python is just like accessing an item. Indexing is accessing an item in a string with the index number. So with the index number, you can access item in a string with an index number. So string indexing. Let's see how we can use indexing to access an item. Now let's talk about string indexing. Now string indexing is accessing an item with an index number, with the default index number. Accessing what? Accessing item with default index number. So so this is string indexing, which I just explained to us now. Now, let's talk about indexing. Let's look on indexing. Okay. Uh, Sorry, I believe you guys are with me.
Yes, sir.
Hello, okay. Now we let me search on string indexing for you. Okay, string indexing. Okay, so I will share my screen. Favor, you can read for us. Favor, you can read for us.
Okay. String indexing in Python allows access to individual character within a string by their position. Python strings are ordered sequences, and each character is assigned a numerical index. Key aspect of indexing: zero-based indexing. The first character in a string has an index of 0, the second character has an index of 1, and so on.
Okay, Favor, can you hold on? Now let's see some pictures of indexing. Now look at it. Look at this picture. Did you see
Okay?
where my icon is?
Yes,
And you see the word string.
yes.
Now in this word we have the forward and backward indexing. Now this
Okay,
is the backward indexing and this is the forward indexing.
okay,
The the ones that start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is the forward indexing. Why the one
okay.
with a minus 1, hello, hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, what did I say last?
The part I heard, you were talking about the forward and the backward indexing, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is your forward indexing. -1, -2, -3 to -6 is your backward indexing. That was the part I heard.
Okay, is the backward index. Okay, good. So I believe you got the correct explanation. So now now what you've what do you understand by this word indexing? What do you understand with this picture I used to explain? What do you understand?
That means you are representing a particular the position of a value with numbers. Hello.
Yes, yes. We are representing a number. Yes, we are representing a number. Now, for us to access this particular x using the forward indexing, we can use 0. From the backward, we can use what? -6. So this indexing is just like accessing. Okay, okay. I hope you understand. If there's any question, you can ask so I can move forward.
No, no, no question yet.
Okay, good. Okay, now can we let's continue this class tomorrow, right? Hello,
Yes, sir.
can we continue
Yes,
or
I say yes, sir.
okay, good. Now, so far so good. Let me hear from let me hear for Amos. Amos, what have you learned so far? What do you understand? So I don't want to make it look more bulky to you guys. So what do you understand?
Uh, from where I joined the class,
Hello, I'm not
so
hearing you, Amos.
yes, from where I joined the class,
Okay.
uh, although I didn't know that the class was going to be starting before me, so
Wow. So Amos, I think I did not hear you clearly, or I don't know if your audio is not good. So can you respond very well? Um, I find it difficult to hear you. I barely hear you. Hello, Amos. Okay. And good night, guys. Good night. So
Good night, sir. Have a nice night, sir.